Well, and it's so yeah. Listen, I respect fighters 100%. I love Dana to a point, but I think Dana is so full of himself that he's going to miss out on the next wave, which is what I want to get into. The next wave of prize fights and money fights is social media stars.
It's it's
It's
true.
inevitable,
And not just social media stars, just
celebrities, everything. It's
people are wanting to get in on this.
yes, it's
And
big.
it's bringing in big money.
Yes, and according to Dana White, those numbers can't be verified. Well, guess what? They can be,
And you know it.
And Dana White wants to downplay, and that's what's sad about this is that Dana White is so. And this, mind you, this is someone that brought in Brock Lesnar and CM Punk.
Yeah.
This is a guy that has
CM Punk,
celebrities at his events. He takes care of them. So he is not stupid to the fact that celebrities and fandoms will come over to the UFC. So I don't understand his disdain for it. Jake Paul, for example, is a money fighter. And you can lie to yourself. Listen, folks, I'm not a fan of Jake Paul. I'm not. I don't watch his content. I don't. But I respect him as a fighter and as a fellow YouTuber. I respect him. This is a guy that's put in the work, put in the time and the effort, and he deserves the respect of the community.
Yeah, and he has millions of fans.
Millions of fans. And the sheer fact that he now has proven to be a real fighter and people still aren't giving him respect makes no sense to me. So you had the first fight he won. It was against a YouTuber. Then he fought Nate Robinson. He was the NBA player. Then you fought Ben Askren, who's a real fighter. And then it's excuse after excuse after excuse.
But the excuses are that they're BS fighters.
Yeah.
They're not, like, people are saying they're not real fighters, like he's a teacher or something. I don't know about all that. All I know is that if you're going to get into a ring with someone, you better bring your A game. And I don't know why you're not. Don't think of it as a joke.
Yeah, it's
if
not
I'm going to go in the octagon, I'm not screwing around. I'm going to knock you out. And if you're I'm a random guy that can't fight. So
yeah,
well,
same with me. I'm not. I'm
gonna bring your A game.
You've seen me go face to face with people, and I'm not going into a situation like Lou. So that's what I don't understand is how people know that about the human condition. That most people are not going to go into a fight wanting to lose, and then they look at someone like Ben Askren and go, "Oh well, he wasn't good." It's like, well, Ben Askren might not be a great striker, but he's going in to win.
Yeah, you wasted people's time, man.
Yeah,
You wasted people's time. We wanted to see someone's head get rocked, and it shouldn't have been like that, man.
Well, yeah, but I don't.
You might as well have closed your eyes.
Well, I don't think he wasted people's time as far. I just don't think he took it serious. Is my point. But I don't understand how people think that he's like going in there to lose. Not going in there. That makes no sense to me. And you can say that he didn't train, which is what I think. I don't think he trained as hard as he should have. I think he really thought he was a joke. I really do.
He got rocked fast and
very hard. Very hard. That left came around and that right, boom, it landed.
I mean, he didn't even get out of the way. He just stood there.
That right landed, and it was a great. It was and that's what the thing is. Ben, I love Ben. Ben's a really good guy. He's a very smart guy. He's a great guy. And I was watching interviews.
This is about the fight, you know.
Yeah, I was watching interviews after the fight, and he said when he was training, they told him that he needed to protect his right more. And then during the fight, they said, hey, you need to get your guard up for your right. So it was him that lost the fight. He lost it because he wasn't paying attention. He just wasn't doing what he needed to.
You're supposed to fight like this, not like this.
But going back,
man?
Yeah, going back to the point, going back to the point of Dana White. Dana White is going to lose out on potentially hundreds of millions of dollars over the next several years. I think, has lost his opportunity at this point to take in the reins of this and say, listen, we are going to start doing we're going to start doing boxing, kickboxing. He's so set on this MMA thing that he's going to miss out because at the end of the day, this is the sad fact. UFC has a problem. There are less and less superstars in UFC. The Chuck Liddells and all these guys, they're going. Now, yes, there are new people coming up, but it's a much slower rate. You don't have the Ronda Rouseys and the Brock Lesnar's.
I could say the same about wrestling.
But that's the thing. That's not the case. Wrestling for example, wrestling
they're
transcends.
developing talent. They're just not
superstars. But wrestling transcends, because here's the thing: wrestling's on every week, multiple times a week.
Okay. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So there's more eyes on the product to create fans, versus UFC only has 1, 2, maybe 3 events at the most, and that's like insane, a month.
But I have friends that are super fans, and it's like we're fans of wrestling.
But here's the thing: but this is the difference. They're super fans of the UFC, not a particular fighter. That's my point.
Well, no, they are. So they. It's like when we're like, oh man, Finn Balor, right? And everyone's like, who's that? And it's the same thing in UFC. They're excited about these particular fighters.
That's my point. They're excited. But what I'm talking about is super fans, Malcolm. I'm talking about action figures, posters.
Meet and greets.
Yeah,
signatures,
shirts.
Pictures.
With who? Who? Name one fighter
I'm not a UFC fan.
But I'm saying, there's not. I'm telling you right now, there's not. There's Masvidal. There's Conor McGregor.
Can you
there's
believe
Rose.
I got to meet Cyborg? Dude?
Yeah, Chris
Cyborg.
But that's the thing is, she's on the other side of the chicken coop. She's on her way out.
She could break your face with her
I'm not
hands.
saying that, and that's the thing. I'm not saying there's no big fighters, but what I'm trying to say is that that's a problem. For a business.
It is.
That's a problem for a business. It's not saying that there's no quality talent there, but that's where Dana White has really failed on the entertainment side. He doesn't get it, and that's where he should have seen. He should see. I don't understand why. He should see the opportunity. I mean, when you have Jake Paul pulling in 1.6 million buys, and that being like the 7th most selling pay-per-view event.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
That was exciting too. I want to say that
they didn't get my $50.
His opinion should have changed right there.
Right there, and he didn't. And what he did is he questioned it. He said it, pretty much in so many words, it's a lie. They're lying. Okay, well, it's not a lie. It is. So you can say it is, Dana, all you want, but it's not.
Do you think Jeffree Star would ever get in the ring?
No. I'm not going to say who, but I am actually, and I'll tell you later. I'm not going to bring it up. I'm in negotiations with 2 big. So
nice.
I am. I talked
to
one of them
about trying to put on events for YouTubers to fight, and people wuss out. People wuss out all the time. So we've seen a lot of that go down.
Well, we were the first ones to come up with it, and I'll toot my horn all you want, but we were
before the KSI fight.
I think it was 5-6 years, a long time ago.
Yeah.
This was a long time. Me and Malcolm were sitting in my I don't think we had this place yet. We were sitting in my kitchen, and because that's where we did our business. And I said, man, it'd be great if you can get in. This person could get in the ring with this person. And then we said,
it's like Rice Gum and somebody.
Yeah, I think it was. It was like Rice Gum and someone else.
Yeah, because of the drama. We were watching drama.
And I said, man, that'd be great. And I think it would sell a lot. And we started talking about it seriously. We were like, well, what would it take? The money and this and that. And obviously never materialized. But yeah, definitely this is big. Because what people need to understand about this is that versus UFC and even WWE, YouTubers, Twitch streamers, TikTokers have a platform and a show that's on 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
They have a show that's on 24/7. So that creates a scenario where the fandom will only grow. It's not going to decrease, because if the person's going to have a fight in 2-3 months, you're going to tune in and watch more because you want to see the updates, the training, the trash talking. Versus the UFC, well, I don't know when Ben Askren's going to fight next. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even see their tweets.
Well, yeah, I don't know when they're going to fight next. And then plus you get the benefit of also seeing all the extra content. And how Dana White doesn't see this makes no sense to me. This is a big money.
No, it makes sense to me. He's proud of his fighters, and he thinks that that's a joke. He's kind of an asshole. I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's really hard to change someone's opinion.
But, I mean, we're talking about this is big money. I do agree. Now, I do agree with the sentiment that some people need to fight real fighters, but also like I told you, I don't want Jake Paul to fight a real boxer. I don't, because that's not what I'm watching it for. People need to understand this. No one's watching to watch Jake Paul fight a real boxer. I'm not. We're watching prize fights. We want to see him fight someone we know. That's why, like Daniel Cormier and all these other, that's who I wanted to fight, because
that's where they went wrong with CM Punk.
Yes.
He was supposed to fight the Green Ranger,
and
I don't know what happened. And the Green Ranger, I don't remember what his name, Jason Frank?
I'm not sure. It's Jason something.
Yeah, he is like, I'm down.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
Shows you how stupid. That shows you how stupid Dana is.
I don't think we stole that fight. I don't think we paid for it.
No, we stole it. Yeah, but it just shows you how stupid Dana is. It really is. It shows you how stupid he is, that he can't see the lining in the sand. He is going to lose out on hundreds of millions of dollars, not just millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. And by the time he realizes it, it's too late for him. And fights like Logan Paul versus Mayweather, that should have been done in the UFC. I don't know how he doesn't take that over and go, but that's going to get right there. That is going to push over 2 million buys.
Oh yeah,
easy. Not a question. It's going to go maybe upwards of 3 million. I mean, a lot. You're talking about a lot of people are going to watch that fight, and they're watching it to watch Mayweather lose. And I honestly, I will say this: I think Mayweather is going to lose. There is a clip that I saw of a close friend of his, and I think one of his trainer buddies, and said to him, I don't want him to fight. There's no reason, because he's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster. Mayweather's not he's not bigger, he's Tyson, not stronger, he's not faster, he's nothing.
Mike Tyson said he's like, oh, his record isn't anything compared to some of these other guys, 78-0.
Yeah.
They were fighting to the bitter end.
Well, yeah, and I'm sorry to say this, folks. Newsflash: Mayweather is a manufactured big star. I'm sorry if you want to live in this fairy tale land like Mayweather.
It's impressive.
It's impressive, but
I love Mayweather, but I get it.
Yeah, he had hand-picked fights.
Yeah,
that it's the truth.
You should have lost to Pacquiao, bud. You should have lost to Pacquiao.
And that's the thing, is that the only way I could see, I'm sorry, I'm just through it. The only way I can see Mayweather beating Logan Paul is if there was an agreement. I'm sorry, because I just don't see it. I don't see it anymore. I don't. Mayweather is good, but to compare those two and the size, and people say, well, it's an exhibition. Okay, that's great.
Didn't we watch Conor and Mayweather?
Yeah. And
we're just like, this. I mean, I don't know, man. Mayweather, it's like Brock Lesnar. We're excited to see him in the ring.
Yeah.
It puts spotlight on smaller guys, because we watched smaller guy fights and they were really good.
Yeah.
I'm not a boxing fan though, but
yeah, I mean,
cool.
I just don't see it happening. I mean, I believe Conor lost because Conor was somebody that was, again, like Masvidal, cocky. When you're cocky and arrogant, people don't understand this. It's fine to be caught. I always say I've always told you this, healthy ego. Healthy ego is a great thing. Being egotistical is a must in life. You have to have some ego, but it has to be a healthy ego. People like Conor McGregor get a healthy ego, and then what happens is that ego gets so big.
Manifests.
Yeah, exactly. Manifests and becomes so big. So when he took that fight, he knew he was getting paid a lot of money. So when because Conor McGregor is the wealthiest UFC fighter because of the fight with him. That's it. He made $100 million, so he's the richest.
With McGregor.
Mayweather. Mayweather made $300 million. And so when you're making that type of money, you don't care. That's why I knew when he lost, he's, oh man, me and him are like best friends, because we both got paid. Well, okay, so you're telling me pretty much you did. No, I did it to win. Okay, no, you didn't, because nobody has that reaction. Oh, well, I made a lot of money. Ben Askren, on the other hand, when he says, well, it's fine, I made a lot of money, that makes sense knowing Ben's character.
Okay.
So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ben, that makes sense. But for Conor McGregor to act that way, it made no sense. It made no sense. So to me, it showed that he wasn't being serious about the fight versus Logan Paul. Logan Paul is going in there to win.
Well, there's a lot of celebrities that have big mouths. A lot of musicians. Ronnie Radke, man. Ronnie Radke, you're dating one of the top WWE performers of all time. And why aren't you being brought in? Maybe you don't want to. I don't know, but I want you in WWE.
Yeah.
I want to see you fight. I know you can fight.
Yeah.
There's documented evidence of you knocking people out.
I don't understand how Ronnie, that's a great segue. Well, I want to finish up before we go to Ronnie Radke. I want to finish up the discussion on the
Mayweather.
The whole thing, is that
there's money to be made.
There's a lot of money to be made in this stuff. We have just scratched. That's the thing. The surface has just been scratched on potential fights. There is tens of thousands of channels that are over 1 million. There's so many other big channels that are 200,000, 300,000, 400. I mean, the potential fights. The people I'm talking to. One guy's got multiple channels at 1 million plus subs. The other guy's got 400,000, but they're well known in the community. And guess what? People want to see them fight. And I think, and I got the one guy to see, and now it's about convincing the other guy, of course. That's how it always works. But here's the thing, it's all about the money. But we just scratched the surface. I mean, the potential fights are endless. They're literally endless. And I think that we are entering an age where people are going to stop caring about the sport aspect and start caring about the entertainment. Because that's what happened with wrestling. What happened with wrestling in the 90s? People stopped caring about the athletic side of wrestling, all the techniques, and then the attitude they started caring about the entertainment.
Yeah,
and
people.
Exactly. And that's what's happening now with MMA and boxing and stuff. People are caring less about the fighting techniques and all. People still care, but a new wave of fandoms coming in that cares about the entertainment.
Yeah, and it doesn't change. If there's a good fight, it's a great fight.
Yes,
and it makes it that much better when it builds up perfect.
Yeah,
how many matches in WWE where it's like, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's perfect.
They just climbed it up to the top. UFC has had the same thing.
Of course they have.
There's been fighters that they were trash talking all the way up to the top. And,
yeah,
I mean,
but here's the thing: it's getting rarer and rarer and rarer to get those type of matches. You can't Conor McGregor. You're not going to have a Conor McGregor to promote every single year. And so the problem is that when you're seeing that shift in the industry and you don't move along with it, you fail. That's what happened to all the going back to what I was saying about the wrestling comparison. That's what happened to all the territories. They all started collapsing because they didn't see the line in the sand.
Yeah.
And and I'm not saying UFC is going to collapse, but I want to remind you folks, just because UFC, the multi-billion-dollar corporation, that doesn't mean market share can't be eroded.
Yeah.
It only takes one. Remember, UFC doesn't they have opposition. They have Bellator and Strikeforce and all these other, but they don't have an opposition as far as entertainment. And if Bellator or someone else gets a hold of this type of product and starts promoting it and pushing it out, it's really going to hurt UFC.
I'd probably watch more Bellator than UFC.
But
I mean, it's free to watch.
But here's the thing: why is Bellator better in a fight? And why?
Kimbo Slice versus Kimbo Slice versus the world's most dangerous man.
But that's my point, is that they are willing to take more theatrical. Bobby Lashley, for example, he went to Bellator.
I love that guy.
He went to Bellator and fought. Because
Chris Cyborg's on there rocking heads.
Exactly. So they're willing to take the more entertainment fights, and it's less technique. Dana White thinks, oh, no, this is all about the best fighter and all that. It's like, no offense, I really don't care about who the best fighter is. Yeah, it's all great, but I want to be entertained. And if you're not entertaining me, like, the best fighter could be a wrestler. And if all he's doing is grappling on the ground and submits, I mean, yeah, that might get the hardcore guys really happy, but overall, people would stop tuning in. If that's all it is, grappling. I mean, there's a reason amateur wrestling's not popular as a whole, because it's boring. People don't want to watch that. Yeah. It just is what it is.
Like,
so
I mean, I understand, like in the Olympics and you know, it gets you scholarships.
Well,
and also,
yeah, of course
have
we
cousins,
get it. Yeah,
I have cousins that wrestle, and I'm very proud of them because I mean they're big boys. They kick butt.
Oh, I'm not saying anything against.
But like I'm not gonna watch it. I like the theme music when you come in. I like the sparkly lights. I like the fireworks. I like when you talk trash.
Yep.
And it's boom right there.
Yep. Exactly.
You know.
So, but yeah, I mean that's to sum it up is that there's a big shift coming. I see it. I know it's coming, and it's going to be massive. The industry as a whole, as far as creators online fighting, celebrities and stuff like that, you're talking about potentially $1 billion, $1 billion industry. And if people don't see it coming and adapt, they're going to lose huge opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
And Dana White is being so foolish right now, and he's also being so disrespectful because what's that say to future upcoming fighters that might be a YouTuber and they want to take it serious? I mean, you got FaZe Sensei, who's a very serious competitor. And so it's like, well, FaZe Sensei is like, dude, fuck you, Dana. You know, I'm training, I'm doing good, and you're gonna shit on me because I'm oh, well, no, you're not Jake Paul. It's like, no, dude. Like Jake Paul is still a fighter. You don't have to like the guy. It's like, you don't have to like no one, but he's
a big guy, big hands. Yeah. Joe Rogan has also said that he's a fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
And I take Joe Rogan seriously.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Exactly. That my point is that a big storm is coming and it's going to change the game. And I saw it years ago. You saw it years ago. And if people don't adapt, they're going to die. And then we're going to look like geniuses like we all do.